Right, so back in the hallway and just assessing what I need to be doing next week. Now I'm back for a few weeks. This is the main entrance in from outside, and dead opposite there is the doors to the salon. Now on this side of the salon is good. The flooring's good. It's nice and flush, if I put a light on there, against the skirting board, and it is all the way along, which is a good sign. That's brilliant. Unfortunately, it's a different story over here. Now, I don't know if you saw in a few videos before, I had to get underneath this flooring and bring it up with the acros and a metal bar. And I'll see if I can explain. So, this distance here, underneath the skirting is what gives it away. That was probably nearly 2 inches, 5 centimeters. And you can clearly see it there, and the damage on the main entrance there. So sometime it really has had water in there. Now, I was hoping that I could repair most of this underneath, but unfortunately not. It looks like I'm gonna have to get this floor up, and then I might as well put new joists in there, properly insulate it OSB, and lay the parquet back down as I've done on the other floors, which has worked very well. Now, as I'm walking along, the metal beam I have underneath doesn't go as far as here. So clearly you can see that's how much it's dropped here. And it's probably a little bit more actually. So I'm sure what I've put underneath has brought that up slightly. So for some reason, this side is worse than that side. I think the way I'm going to tackle this, I'm going to start actually in the middle, get all of this up, get it finished as quick as I can, and then get an OSB board down, and then we've got the hallway back, the entranceway, and then I'll work my way across this way, and then obviously the other way once I finish here. So I won't try and do this all in one go. Now the other thing that we knew about when we bought the Chateau, is this floor here has dropped. Now there's a metal plate here, I think I've said before, I'm pretty certain that was for a heater they had on the floor there. But what I have noticed is how much it's dropped here. Now a lot of cases, either the previous owner or maybe even the one before that, they adjusted the skirting board to compensate the floor dropping, so it didn't look so obvious, but that doesn't fix the problem. And if I come round there, you can clearly see that it's not quite two, maybe 2 fingers, maybe a little bit more, is how much it's dropped. Now, underneath this part here is the main beam, which I've looked at. It is great, it is in really good condition actually, and that's supporting most of the stress from the stairway, so that's a good sign. But from there back to there, again, I'm gonna have to put all this flooring up. So that's my big job, and I think what I'll do, I'm gonna go down into the cellar actually and just show you underneath there as well, and then a few things might be obvious. Okay, so downstairs, underneath where we've just shown the doorway, and let's see if I can shed a bit more. Yes, you can see that they're really rotten where they've actually gone into the stonework. Some are okay. In fact, there's some. That one's pretty good as well. But I think I'd be happier just replacing the whole lot. And doing as we did in the other floors to be on the safe side. Now I'm just going to go down the end as well and show you and see if we can see anything obvious down there as well, why it's dropped, where the stairway was. Right, so I'm in well, this is the wine cellar, and this is the part that's underneath the stairway. This is one of the main beams. As I said, that is very solid actually. I'm really quite pleased actually. Don't need to worry about replacing that at all. What I have noticed, which you will see, these are looking a bit sorry state, but I've seen worse. They're only on the edges. But the one that's really giving it away is, maybe it's not so obvious, but if I come, that register plate, which I will point to for everyone, this here, which holds all the weight of those beams. And as you can see, it's gone, completely gone. So actually really, even though it's there, I'm glad I'm going to get on this. That needs to be replaced, which probably means then those joists will go up a good 5 centimeters, and that will explain why it's dipped. So this side's all good, and then to the side of the stairs where we had that metal plate, that completely explains why that's so severely dropped. So again, now on the other side, so these joists are good, and actually wondering if I can actually keep the joists and just change the register plates. But sometime, I've never noticed this before ever, and I've been here 2 years, someone's actually put a steel girder and an RSJ in there, which is good. And that really is supporting all of that, and that's going nowhere. So at least I only have to do one side. But one of the reasons is replacing the joists, good because I can have a good look at them. But between, well, I'm tapping these planks and the parquet above, is that sort of soily insulation. The trouble is I can't see if there's any damage up there, any wood damage, etc., unless I remove either one of those. Clearly I can't really move this side. So that's another reason I need to take up that parquet upstairs and assess it and spray it. With my trusty dry whiteboard and Carol's jobs, poor girl. I thought I'd show her before and after. So if I try and explain this quickly without making it too boring. Joists, original joists, that support the oak beam, which I showed everyone from underneath in the cellar. So when I was looking up, you could see that. Then between that and the parquet flooring is what they use, the sand, dust, the muck, they all put in here. You will also have very small timber joists going the other way, which support the parquet flooring. And they normally actually, they did in the salon and the other room, they normally support, they float them across. So all this could be a bit wobbly, nicely cleaned up, and it will literally just float between its joists. Now, in the case of the hallway, I'm hoping it'll just literally just be, because it's going down the hallway, it'll just literally be all the way across joist to joist, joist to joist. This is what I'm going to do now. Replace the joists, new joists in. My insulation sits between the joists completely, much more efficient. Obviously held, when I get around to it, I put a ceiling on there from underneath. So whether that's a marine ply or something, we'll see. Then on top of there, I put an OSB board, an 18mm OSB board, which will make, well, I mean, that's the floor sorted as in here. And we can lay whatever we like on top of this. As in the case of the dining room and the salon, I laid the parquet flooring back on there. And, well, you wouldn't have a clue, but it's much better and stronger and warmer. So on top of that will be the parquet flooring. Now, all I've got to make sure is that number them up, so they all go back in the same place, assuming there's no damage. But without taking this flooring off, I cannot see the condition of this area in the middle. And a lot of cases, the oak plank is rotten, eaten away, half it's missing. And in a lot of cases, these are damaged anyhow, which is why this flooring drops, just because of these small joists that are holding the parquet flooring. So let's eliminate all of that out and go back to this. Big job has to be done. Well, I'm slowly getting there. I'm to strim all this first. Unfortunately, it's just so long. I just can't get the mower through it. So as you can see, I'm slowly cutting away. Cut it back, then I'll rake it up as much as I can. Put it in the bags, and then I can run the mower over again on a high setting. So hopefully, well, actually, I can't do it tomorrow because it's Sunday, so that's game over. So unfortunately, it'll have to be can't even be a Monday, I don't think, because I've got all the wood being delivered ready for the hallway floor. Monday afternoon, evening job by the looks of it. But anyhow, what a gorgeous day. I'm gonna go for a run around the village, and then it's Grand Prix.
So, let me just start by saying...
You're out of breath, I know.
The good news turned to bad news. The van is not back on the road.
It's a temporary glitch, flat battery, don't worry everyone.
Yeah, right.
I just keep telling myself that.
That cat digs up my onions, going quick, get her.
You can't hit her with that.
Go, move. Devil.
You're a nasty streak in you there. I saw you, look, with that. God.
So, as the van's off the road.
As I was at RSPCA, I was out the ring.
I've been cutting up all of the wood that was in these two beds, really small, so that we can compact it into the wheelie bins.
Or burn it.
No, you're not allowed to burn it.
She's not going to give up on that one, is she?
I realised that because I did one bed of flowers, I don't never have enough beds.
Oh no, not digging your flowers up. Cool, what I've noticed, darling, the sun's out. How nice that wall looks behind you where we cleaned that up early in the winter.
Right, yesterday I decided to test the samples of paint I'd got from England. And as you can see, there's two different colours up there, apart from the white, obviously. The creamy and the more mushroomy coloured one. Now, having looked at the ceiling from a distance, I've decided that the main ceiling should be white. So I'm going to paint over those testers. We're going to do the main ceiling white and the trims, excuse me, the trims in the other two colours. As I'll keep the lighter trim first. It's a bit harder to explain. And then as I come down on the mouldings around the arches and the woodwork, I will use both of the colours. And we'll just see how it progresses. But first, the job this morning is to put a white coat on this centrepiece. I've already filled it yesterday, as Adrian will be starting the floor. So he's starting in the middle section, so I want to get as much done there as possible before he starts pulling it up.
Pretty sure I've shown this, but I've been in here just having a good clear out. Really good, useful room to have, actually. So this is the main garage of the coach house, but the reason I'm showing you is just the condition of the flagstones that are in here. Gorgeous. I haven't actually given them a proper clean. I'm sure if I got a mop out here or even a jet wash gun, these would be stunning. Now at the back, you could probably just about make out the side and the top of the lintel across. That would have been the original wooden doors that would have gone out into our courtyard and then out through the main large wooden gate that's fallen apart. But I'm going to keep that. There's no point reinstating that, absolutely no point. Sometime I'll get in here and sort out the roof. As you see, it's more of a storage place at the moment. But yeah, just thought I'd show you this, and another useful room. Do you feel scared?
That's not funny. I do believe in ghosts, but ghosts don't scare me.
We can't see it. So Paddy.
So the reason I'm in the dark
is
because I've got no makeup on. The reason I'm in the dark is because we have bought some candles for the sconces either side of the mirror, and I'm just going to turn them on for you to see.
No likey, no lighty.
Are you ready for this?
Go, Paddy.
Let's hope this works.
So do I. Which clearly it doesn't.
Oh, I pressed the off button, that was why.
Oh,
you ready?
you donut.
Yay!
Oh, I say. And they flicker like candles.
Yep, so no flames, no soot coming off of them, no drip marks either.
They're better than candles then. Don't give off any heat. They look really good. That was a good... Did someone suggest that or did you see that?
No, I've been searching for them for a very long time. I just couldn't find the right height.
Okay.
The right height, the right fittings. I thought, let's turn a few more lights on. The people thought they'd never see the salon again.
How wrong they were.
It's cosy in there.
It's very cosy. Shame the fire's not lit. Perhaps we should see for the summer, because we don't want to keep lighting the fire in summer, but we could have remote. Oh, yeah, that's very bright.
And they go brighter. Right.
Right.
Good night.
That's our playtime over. I guess it's back to Coronation Street now.